tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, I don't care that I'm not reviewing one of these things. I'm reviewing something that I like. Something that I want to show off. Something that I think is absolutely cool. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Mattel Amber Collection VELOCIRAPTOR Charlie, the second of the VELOCIRAPTOR pack from the new Jurassic World film. For the package, you got that really nice amber sort of look there in the background. Got an open window that fully showcases her, and what's really a first for the dinosaurs in the Amber collection, she comes with an accessory. The VELOCIRAPTOR Charlie, the logo right there, the little amber right there with the mosquito in there. Come around to the other side, Jurassic World, and then you got like some dinosaurs up there. Come around to the back, and it says the youngest of her pack, VELOCIRAPTOR Charlie, is raised and trained by Owen Grady. A smart and skilled predator by nature, she is enlisted with her pack to help overpower the Indominus Rex. However, the mission does not end up going as planned. Unfortunately, of the four, only one survived, that being Blue. Charlie, Echo, and Delta all unfortunately were killed, which honestly really did make me sad when I saw that in the movie. But she's alive and well again here in terms of action figure form. So without further ado, let's get her out here and see how cool she actually is. Alright guys, so here we have Charlie opened up and out of her packaging. Now starting off first with her accessories, much like all of the Raptors, she does come with her amber display base. You can see it's done up in this clearish yellow piece. Got some nice textural detail that kind of looks like actually a chunk of amber. You got the nice Jurassic logo right there. You have the clear stand again. I do wish these were a little bit bigger, but it doesn't bother me that much. Honestly, I don't even use these. Mostly because once you get them in a fairly stable kind of pose, they stay there pretty decently. And she also does come with their headgear. Now this is a bit of a pain in the butt to get in. Luckily, it is a softer, rubbery material. Go ahead, say, well, okay, talk about how she, there you go. It's very pliable, so it works, but this replicates the laser / camera thing that all of the Raptors wore when they were sent out to find the Indominus Rex. To put her on, or to put it on her, you have to open her mouth and then slip it over the top section here and just kind of wedge it all the way back so that it sort of fits inside of her jaw. You can still actually close it. You can't close it all the way, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, they're Velociraptors. They probably don't close their mouth a lot. And then it sits around here fairly decently. I do like that. It's weird that they chose to include this with her and not Blue, for example, because they both wore it, like I said, in that scene, and you can easily take it off. So it's strange to me that they would have given it here and not with the other ones, but you know, whatever. Now Charlie, honestly, when Charlie came on and subsequently died, I did get a little bit like, oh, because there was a scene where you could really see that she was conflicted. In that particular instance, all of the Raptors were turned against the humans by the Indominus Rex. The Indominus was bred with raptor DNA, so knew how to communicate with raptors. And when the four of them approached the Indominus Rex to try to take her down, which honestly in my mind they probably easily could have, the Indominus Rex communicated and essentially asserted dominance over all four of them. Now that alpha figure to them was always Owen. And the line was, the Raptors got a new alpha, and it was basically the Indominus Rex. And the Indominus Rex ordered the four Raptors to kill the humans, basically. So while Charlie was fulfilling her orders, she was basically chomping on a human, and then perked up, turned, and saw Owen looking at her. Now, this was a part where this was a CGI character, but they did such a really good job of capturing that soul. I honestly don't even know how to describe it. But when she is looking at Owen, she's confused. She recognizes him. You can see her head tilting and is confused. Like, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to attack you. You're our friend. And then from the back, a missile comes in and blows her up. That wrecked me. She was the first of the 4 to actually die. Obviously, we know that Blue survives. The next one to die was Delta, who was picked up and thrown onto the barbecue in the restaurant thing. And then Echo was basically just picked up and thrown. We don't know actually what happened to her. I mean, some say that she might have survived. I guess it's possible, but the sheer force on the Indominus Rex closing her mouth around her, the sharp teeth, I mean, you gotta believe that she died. But Charlie here, though, was the youngest of all the Raptors and looked up the most to Blue. So a lot of people will talk about who was second in charge, third in charge, all that kind of stuff. To be honest, I feel like Charlie would have been the second in charge as the Raptor that most looked up to Blue. I feel like would have been kind of the next in line. Delta was a very similar look, and a lot of times people get confused with the different Raptors. Delta probably looked the closest to Charlie, but instead of a green, was more of a teal sort of color. It was more of a brownish with tiger stripes, and did have a very faint blue stripe. Also, like I talked about in my review of Blue, had a very deep gouge on the side from when Echo and Blue were trying to assert dominance over each other when they were little, resulting in Blue eventually winning and scarring her. But Charlie here is great. Why, again, like I said, why we wouldn't get those other ones, I have no idea. Now, a lot of different images and such. Oh, one thing. Oh, that's ugly. I never noticed that before. There's this hole right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's I mean, the wire in here, a lot of times they put little holes in there so that it doesn't dry out. I don't think the other ones had it, or it wasn't that noticeable. That's a little bit ugly, to be honest. That's unfortunate. But a lot of the images show her with darker stripes than these. These look like they're very dark green. Most of the images kind of showed as being a black stripe of sorts. I mean, it could be fairly accurate, and then just on screen it kind of looks black because it would kind of fit in with the darkness of the film itself, but you do have the stripes, like I said, the greenish color, although I feel like this is a little bit more green than I would like. Maybe if it was a little bit more toned down, but it does look very much like Charlie. You can see you got that nice gold eye texture right there, or coloring. Great detail with the mouth. As always, you can open this up. This is a nice stiff joint. The Blues was really loose. That one's really nice, but great detail in there. You can see a gorgeous fade where you got the darker green and everything on the top, and then you come around to the bottom, you can see that it fades to this more tan white color. You got that on the underside belly, under the neck. You have it towards the tips of the front hands, I guess. The back legs have that as well. That fade goes throughout the entire tail. I mean, overall, really very, very nice. Now, for the comparison, one thing I gotta fix her nail right there. The nail got a little bit warped. So here she is. Let's bring in the other two Raptors that I currently have. Here we have her with Blue, who I do have on the display base, and then obviously the original Raptor, which it's just referred to as a Velociraptor. I mean, it could be Clever Girl, whoever. But obviously, they're all very much the same. The only thing that's different is the paint. But looking at the rest of the tails, the regular Raptor and even Blue have a perfect tail. There are no holes in it, so that really is going to bother me. That there's a hole. You can even kind of see it like back here with it. That's, oh yeah, see, look at that. And that's actually, it looks like the wire is off-centered, and you can kind of see the wire ripping through there. That's going to suck. I'm not going to like that at all. So I'm probably gonna have to get another one because I don't want my Raptors to be messed up. But you can see, I mean, no real difference between them other than the paint detail. And then obviously you can pose them kind of however you want. The posing is absolutely fantastic on all of these, so you can get them in kind of any pose that you really want to kind of recreate. So that's fantastic. Articulation-wise, it's all the same. You got the nice mouth that hinges at the upper and lower section. You do have a rotation right there that gets forward and back, kind of side to side, but not too much, but you can get some wiggle. The rotation here at the base is nice. You get forward and back. Hinges all over, everywhere. You got the little toes. These ones actually move perfectly fine, unlike Blue's, was stuck for some reason. The ball joint at the base of the tail, and then the wire in there, but I'm not going to really mess with that because that, goddamn, that bothers me. Honestly, that's just, I mean, obviously that's not a fault. That's just a QC issue. There's nothing really that they could do about that. That's just luck of the draw of sorts. But again, absolutely terrific. For the price of these, you're getting an outstanding piece that really does display beautifully. The only thing that I will really be upset with is if we don't get Delta or Echo. I really don't see why we would get Charlie and not those other two. Maybe they'll release them in some kind of like a 2-pack or something, but either way, we need to get all 4 of them. They've given us all 4 in smaller, less articulated, less detailed figures, so hopefully they have something planned with the rest of these guys. But that's it, guys. Thank you for indulging me in my review of a dinosaur that I'm sure some of you don't care about. Because again, I know it's not the Transformer review, but watching videos like this really do help out with other things. There's not a lot of Transformers that are coming out or that I have access to. So still putting out videos such as this helps so that I can earn money and buy those other figures so that you guys can watch those for those reviews that you guys do want to see. Think of this as like a filler episode. But I still really like the figure. If you're a fan of dinosaurs, I would recommend picking her up. If you're a fan just of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, also I would recommend picking her up. Well worth adding to a collection. But all that being said, if Charlie here is a figure that you would like to add to your collection, she is available right now at Big Bad Toy Store. But like I said, she seems to go in and out of stock a lot. So if you see her and you're interested, don't wait. Don't hesitate. Pick her up. Get her when you can. To make it easy on you, I'll put a link right down in the video description where you can go to BBTS and you can check out availability on her as well as the rest of the wide range of Jurassic Park figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one small thing for me, and that's simply just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, I want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons who, through their continued support, now more than ever help to make reviews like this possible. And as always, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.